deal, though.
Welcome to episode 28 of the Drunken Arcanauts Origins campaign. I'm Clancy. I am your DM, and you are listening to a D&D 5th edition podcast or watching the live stream if for whatever reason you really needed to see our faces. Because I'm telling you, that's probably not why you're listening. So this is heavily modified. It's a custom campaign, a lot of made-up nonsense rules and items, and I have to deal with the nonsense of the party, which constantly forget their own abilities and items all the time. So it's quite a bit to go into. I heavily suggest you go back and listen to all of the Origins campaign or all of Drunken Arcanauts if you really want to have a good time piecing it all together. So before we get too much farther, I do want to give a shout out to our patrons, Mitch D, LL Cole J, Ethan S, Jess S, Skate P, and Scotty Doesn't O, who hopefully is watching the live stream because we made sure to notify him this time. Made sure to.
Hell yeah.
Specifically him.
Only him.
Everybody deserves to be notified, but Scotty got notified.
So
for
now
sure.
He does know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I just got a notification. Drunken Arcanauts is live on Patreon.
Hell
and
yeah.
All right.
YouTube right now.
Oh, I got that notification too.
That's good.
Me too.
The notification's working.
Good thing all our patrons are notified.
Yeah, all of us. Plus
Yeah.
two.
It's time for us to reveal ourselves. We have Mitch D, Jess S in the top right corner. We've got Skate and Ethan down there. You can see them drinking water and with and of course I'm secretly LL Cole J.
Yes.
No. I'm kidding.
That'd be great.
We appreciate all the patrons. Hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. So to recap where we were at, the party had met with the Resistance after some really bad ideas on how to find the Resistance. They did sort of stumble into some people who didn't seem to like the presence of the Klean military there. They talked to him and got the name of a big threat to the city, the general who runs it, in what they could only assume was a way to just get them to go away. They were asked to kill the general. However, the party, being the party, decided to take this decision literal and decided to do so. Scaling the tower, Rotisserie and Seth snuck into the general's room to kill him at night, and a serious battle ensued that almost claimed both their lives, and only through what is honestly a shocking amount of luck did they manage to make it out, having killed the general with their lives. The party leveled. You guys are all now level 11. And at this point, they were about to head back and let the little bit of the resistance they'd seen know about their deeds. However, the city is in an uproar as the general has been killed, and the Klean military is scrambling to figure out who these assassins are.
Assassins.
That's not how Seth remembers it, but anyway.
All right.
That's how it went down, but that's not how Seth remembers it.
Were we heading back to the inn?
Do we have to intro ourselves first?
Yeah, I guess I forgot to have you guys do introductions. If you could each do an introduction of your character, and I guess what would be the best thing right now?
Favorite color.
Yeah.
No, we found that out for two of you already. Introduction of your name, your character's name, a quick description of the character, and then more importantly, what the next thing that your character wants to do is. What's your main motivation at this moment, starting with Risky?
Well, I'm Risky. I'm playing Rotisserie. He is a nasty little bird.
Big bird.
Yeah. I don't know. His shirt's probably been pretty cleaned out by now. We've been through several bottles of water since I got my shit shirt.
It's no longer brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have a giant hole in my beak.
Yeah.
And right now, really excited about getting his new axe and finding Dormarcus and hanging out with his bro.
All right. I am relevant. I'm playing a human bard named Liza. She's tiny and thinks everyone in her party right now is stupid. She cannot climb walls. Luckily, in the last episode, she remembered she had a specific spell, or else she probably would have been dead.
Yeah. My name is Mark. I play Seth, a Tabaxi ranger who doesn't always think of things to do on his feet. Right now, he's trying to, since we just very easily and successfully killed a general, wants to find the resistance and reconnect with them and figure out what the next plan is. Because that was we were killing the general so we could get in with the resistance and join them. So success.
Yeah, we're badass.
Yeah.
We are bad.
Success.
Yeah.
I'm Jay. I play Erdry, half dark elf, rogue, assassin, spell thief, jumper of shadows, and he wants to find Dormarcus because he feels like wherever Dormarcus is right now is in the same place that his current connection to the Wraith in that world still is. So he wants to kind of end that because he does not like having nightmares every time he gets near alcohol.
That is sad.
So you guys were, you had just escaped the actual sort of armory guard area where the general was at, where the army was camped out. They kept all their guards and stuff. You just gotten out of there and we're headed back through town. What's your method for getting through town? Are you guys just running? Are you sticking to the shadows? Are you disguising yourselves? Are you
Flying.
Anything. You're flying?
Seth's just going to run as fast as he can. He's real good at running.
Okay. Are you just flying as fast as you can, Rotisserie?
Well, I want to keep an eye out what the hell's going on and see like if anyone's noticing me while I'm flying.
Roll perception.
Ooh, that's not very good. Well, 15.
You can definitely see people pointing at you, noticing the only giant flying bird in the air. I mean, it's dark, but it's not, it's not a new moon. You're talking, there's light, and your silhouette in the sky is very visible.
Well, then I am not going to head directly to the inn. I'm going to pick somewhere else to go. Market area.
Okay. You're just going to fly to the market and land?
Yeah, and then, well, if like there's no one around that I can see, I want to land just so I can walk the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see anybody when you get to the market. It's nighttime. The shops are all closed. And after a minute of flying around, you can land and sort of make your way out of there. However, you definitely saw people noticing you as you flew there.
Okay.
Liza, Erdry, what are you guys doing?
I'm sticking to the shadows.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are.
Yeah, I almost died already because I couldn't climb the damn wall. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Jesus.
Okay.
Nat 35.
Whoa.
Damn. Okay. So you guys are stealthy as shit. You guys watch Rotisserie fly up, and he distracts all the people around you as he ungainly, awkwardly flies through the air. Not trying to be quiet at all, but being fast, and draws all the attention skyward as you two disappear. Seth took off like a cat out of hell and just like just ran down the road. Luckily, he doesn't really stick out here. There's a lot of tabaxi around.
Yeah.
The two of you do stick out, but not when you're literally with those rolls invisible. Where were the two of you headed?
Was probably heading somewhat towards the hotel, but I'm also, my main goal is to just listen to the chaos and see what exactly it is they're trying to achieve. Just find us, put themselves together to, crush a I'm just kind of
Interesting.
listening
Okay.
and
So are you sticking nearby in the shadows so that you can sort of overhear what's going on?
yeah, I'm not going super far from what we just did. I want to know what's going on.
Liza, are you sticking with him during this?
Probably should.
Okay. So both of you roll me perception checks really quick.
15.
16.
You don't hear a whole lot. I mean, you can hear the sound of troops organizing. You hear the sound of certain what you would surmise maybe alarm tones and things like that from horns. Probably some signals. You see all at once a huge column of deep emerald flame shoot up from the center of the camp. It shoots maybe, 200 feet straight into the air for 5-10 seconds, just brilliantly green. And then the flames are gone, and in its place is just a giant column of green smoke that is lit from within. And it slowly drifts across the landscape. You can only see the top part because you're outside the gate. But you definitely saw that. And what it sounds like is you overhear some people saying that they summoned the augury. And that's about all you know.
Sure, that's fine.
Did Seth see where Rotisserie headed?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I think you were probably running about as fast as he's flying, but you were both going in different targets, right? You're heading back to the house,
Yeah.
or were you headed to the inn? Were you headed to the distance?
I was gonna head toward the house, but I wanted to think. We didn't have time after all the madness to decide where we were gonna go. But I wanted to get in touch with Inks and the rebellion people. Not necessarily. I was trying to decide if I was going to actually go there and talk to them after we just murdered the general, or if I was going to send an animal messenger. But since I don't know where they're all going, I guess I would be heading toward the house to talk to them.
Okay. So you get there, and the house is dark. The windows are shuttered. The door is shut. There's no light coming from within whatsoever. How are you getting in?
Are there any little animals around that I could use as an animal messenger?
Roll me nature, or nature's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me nature first.
19 for nature, which
Okay,
is only
roll me
plus 2.
perception.
12 for perception.
You find a few options. There's some scorpions that you see sort of skittering around. There is a rather mangy-looking sort of hyena thing that's eating something out of the alley. And there's a very large rat that is hiding from the hyena thing.
I think all of those would be very scary if they went into someone's house, but maybe the scorpions would be more easily able to get into a house. Scorpions are the rat, so let's see, which one do I want? I guess scorpions. So
Okay.
I'll pick a scorpion, and I want to send it into the house and tell Inks to meet me like someplace that's like sort of remote, that we're not necessarily going to be seen by his mom and like the townspeople.
What skill
Not
are you
for
using
sex
for this?
stuff, just to reconnect about the resistance and tell him that we killed the general.
What skill?
I'm going to cast Animal Messenger.
What's that do exactly?
So I can use an animal to deliver a message. I choose a tiny beast I can see within range, and I specify a location that I visited, which luckily I was inside the house, and a recipient who matches a general description. So I have seen Inks, I could describe him. And then I speak a message of up to 25 words. The beast travels there and delivers my message to the creature I described.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. And where are you headed now?
Is there like someplace that's not like in where the houses are, like not very far away, but I don't know like where the houses are in relation to the edge of the town, or
It's probably a half a mile walk. You'd have to get through a little bit of like a slum area to get outside town into the wilds. But there's not a lot of like wilderness. It's mostly sand and scrub grass.
okay, I would want to go just outside town and have the scorpion tell Inks to meet me there about the general.
Okay. You send the scorpion and you immediately see it scrambling up the house, and then it starts prying at a sort of loose board and forces itself in through this board in a little crack, scrambling in. Clearly, it knows how to squeeze into these little spaces. Probably will at least get inside the house. If they're there, it'll talk to them. So you're heading that way now?
Yeah.
Rotisserie, you made your way to the market and then just sort of walked back to the inn, correct?
Yeah, I was gonna try to take like side streets or whatever, be stealthy.
Roll me, let's say insight.
That would be a 12.
That's decent. You have a good idea of where people are going to be looking, where people will generally not be at. So you stick to smaller alleys. Maybe you take a few little detours over roofs or something. But you don't really have a lot of trouble. And you do get back to the inn. However, your in front of your room is totally covered in old food.
Forgot about that.
This was a bad plan. Hey guys, are you in there?
You hear the creak of a floorboard from inside, suggesting that somebody sure is in there.
Oh, I'm gonna push stuff aside and go inside.
Walking in, you don't see anybody. The window is open, and there's a slight breeze on the blinds. The beds are cleared, and you can see that all the food trash that you left everywhere is still sort of filling up trash cans and stuff. You guys didn't leave anything there, so it's not like anything could be out of place other than the trash. You want to roll me perception?
That's a 11.
Yeah, it's all your food trash. You don't see anybody.
I'm gonna grab my double hatchet and like inspect the room some more and then peek out the window.
Okay. Walk me through your room inspection really quick. Imagine this is like any hotel room with 2 beds you've ever been to.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to a bed and then jump down on my knees and swing my axe and look under the bed.
Which bed?
I'm gonna look under Erdry's bed.
Erdry's bed. That's we're gonna say that's the one closest to the entrance.
Sure.
As you get down on your knees, you hear the bed behind you squeak, and you swing and you don't hit anything underneath that bed, but you do hear the sound of a bed squeaking.
I'm gonna spin around.
You spin around, and there's something under the quilt on top of that bed.
I'm gonna go up and kick it.
As you kick it, I need you to roll initiative.
Damn
Oh,
it.
shit.
That's a little better.
It's Liza.
17.
Why? Because it's tiny.
You kick it, and as you kick, you feel something underneath, but the consistency isn't like anything that you're really used to. It's almost like when you quickly step back and forth on sand until it starts to liquefy. Like when you kick, you feel it physically stop for a second and then just sort of give, and your foot goes in through this shape, and the shape just sort of collapses onto the bed and then rises back up. But you do have another action before it gets to do anything.
I'm gonna do pocket pouch thing.
Okay.
The food came alive.
What did I roll for that one?
You roll D10, I believe. Let's see here. Pocket something. No. Where are you? Man, I have made way too many notes.
Pocket machine gun.
Where is it? Pocket.
I don't remember
There we
it
go.
being a D10.
No, it's a D20. Sorry. Roll a D20.
10.
10. You reach in and you yell, "Pocket land!" And you actually throw a playing card out. It has a little mountain on it, and it slices into the sheet. When it slices into the sheet or the quilt, it cuts right through and comes out the other side. and you can see that there's nothing inside the sheet or a quilt.
I'm gonna poke it with
Okay. As you're poking it, you hear the front door of your room open and slam shut, and then the sheet collapses.
Oh, I'm gonna go run through the door.
Okay. You run through the door and see a small figure, maybe 4 feet tall, hooded and cloaked, running away from you down the hall. And he glances back as you burst through the door and lets out a little screech and continues to run.
I'm gonna yell stop and chase after.
Okay. It's your turn again. So you could probably get up to it and attack if that's what you're planning to do.
I'm gonna do the pocket thing again.
Okay.
It's a 13.
13. You yell pocket sand. That's the actual pocket sand.
Sweet.
You pocket sand him in the back of the head. It doesn't do anything to him in the back of the head. And it's its turn. And it's going to look at you. And it reaches out, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, those are good. I'm very wise.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
A 6. Nope, that's not going to work. You find yourself back in the room under the sheet.
The fuck? I'm gonna jump out of bed
Okay.
and run to the door.
There's no one in the hall anymore that you can spot.
I'm gonna. Can I roll like insight to guess like which way you'd go?
Sure.
Ooh, that's 20. I think.
A 20?
Yeah. Well, 18 plus 2.
Well, the fastest way out would be to have gone into a nearby room and jumped out a window. The next fastest way would be to run down the stairs and out the front door of the inn.
How far away is the stairs?
They'd have been behind you about 15 feet when you came out the door. So
And it was the
you
way
went
he was going.
30 feet. No, he was going the other direction.
Oh, so I guess go to the next room or whatever.
The closest room to where you guys were.
Yeah.
Okay. The door's shut.
Could just burst through.
Okay. It's not locked when you grab it. It
Oh, I wasn't
opens
grabbing-
quickly enough. You just slammed into it.
Yeah, shoulder.
Okay. Roll me strength.
Fucking hell. That was 11.
You slam into the door and the inn rattles, but it holds.
I'm gonna try the door knob now.
It turns easily.
No. Now I'm gonna burst in.
You see a tabaxi dude tied up on the bed, blindfolded, and next to him is a tabaxi woman who is apparently paralyzed, wearing some sort of black leather.
Huh.
Their window has been broken open.
Where'd the midget go?
And the guy says, no, I didn't actually want another dude here. Like, no, this isn't for me.
I'm
Like,
talking to the lady.
she appears to be paralyzed.
Well, is she blind?
She's just laying on the ground on her back, eyes open,
Just staring up?
staring straight up.
Oh, okay. Well, bye. I'm gonna run through get to the window.
Okay, looking out the window, You think in a flicker of movement, you see something in an alley across the road, but it disappears quickly, and it's still a solid 100 feet away at this point.
I'm gonna jump out the window and start flying above the buildings right there.
Okay.
Towards him.
You start flying towards it. We
Yep.
jump back to Erdry and Liza. As you guys are outside the camp, you have gotten to continue to hear shouts and guards who are patrolling nearby talking. And the things that you've pieced together are they have called someone known as the augury, and they expect to be able to use that to figure out who killed the general. In addition to that, they are kind of freaked out. Like, the general is supposed to be a real badass, and anybody who is capable of not only killing the general, but physically beating him hard enough that they could then throw him through his own window is terrifying to them. So they're pretty shook. However, you still see that column of green smoke, and as you watch it it moves along the path until it hits that tower, which you can see from here, and all the smoke goes inside. And then out of the smoke, or out of the window, comes the shape of a very familiar looking bird made out of green smoke. This then repeats the exact movements that you watch Brotisserie make as it flies out of the window, crashing to the ground, and all of what Brotisserie had done. And shouts quickly go up that they're on the hunt for something big that can fly. And quickly, guards are scattered looking for this mysterious flying figure. And even more quickly, you begin to hear that they've found the trail. There are people who saw it fleeing in the air. Seth, you're
Yeah.
on the edge of town.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Liza, Erdry, what are you guys doing now that you hear that?
Liza, we need to go find Brotisserie.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that as quickly as possible without being seen.
Okay, yeah.
Roll me another stealth check.
$24.
Okay.
21.
24, 21. Each of you roll me an athletics. So you both rolled high enough that you're going to be able to be stealthy, even moving fast. So I just want to find out how fast you're moving.
21.
25.
Okay. You guys are quickly moving through the town. You're both masters of stealth. Honestly, you're very good at this. You're leaping from crates. You're crawling along soffit and fascia when you need to. You're taking little sewer drainage tunnels underneath roads. You are as silent as can be, and you're quickly making your way through town. But again, as you're going, you can hear the rumors and the shouts. And people who saw this mysterious flying shadow of death that they have started calling the murder bird. So, Seth, you are at the edge of town, and you see a small, we'll say it looks kind of like a koala approaching on all fours slowly, and it's sort of looking around. And as it reaches you, it begins to try and crawl up your leg.
I'm gonna back away from it. I don't want it to crawl up my leg.
It keeps just coming towards you.
I'm gonna kick it.
You kick it.
Yeah.
What is with you guys and kicking things?
Just slightly. I don't want to kill it. I just don't want it crawling up my leg.
How hard do you kick it?
4 out of 10.
You move it a good like 10 feet with the kick, and it lets out a
No.
and lays on the ground,
Don't do that. No.
struggling to get up. But you seem to have maybe hurt one of its ribs, and it's just laying there breathing heavy. And it turns around, its big koala eyes looking at you, and it begins to sort of crawl towards you again. It seems still hurting.
What are you doing? What are you doing, little guy? You stay, don't crawl up me. No. Bad boy.
Pretty quickly, it gets to your foot, and it begins to try and grab onto your hair to crawl up you.
I'm just gonna like pick it up by the scruff of the neck so it doesn't crawl up me.
It's trying to turn around but each time it turns, you can see it's hurting itself because its rib is hurt now. But it keeps trying.
I'm just gonna hold it for a while until it tires itself out.
Hold it
Do
like,
like a 3-pointer into a dumpster.
After a few minutes, a figure appears. It appears to be Inks, and he says, he says, why did you not let my messenger bear talk to you?
Oh, he was crawling up my leg. That's not a normal
Means-
thing to do.
Yeah, they whisper in your ear so other people can't hear it. Your terrible scorpion shouted out your plans to anyone in the room.
Well, I mean, who else? Like, who would be in your room that shouldn't hear the message? It's like, that would be weird.
We could have been kidnapped. We could have had people there who were waiting on us to spill secrets that we wouldn't spill.
Well, then
This is amateur, is what it is.
they would all be
And,
here with you right now, so that's fine.
And he pats his leg, and the koala begins to try and get to him. Do you let it go?
Yeah.
Okay. The koala gets to the ground and comes over, crawls up and says something. He goes, "You kicked it?"
Koalas are notorious liars, so I wouldn't believe what that guy says.
He sort of strokes his chin thoughtfully, and he says, "Well, he has been known to exaggerate." The koala seems pissed and literally pees on him. It's angry.
Oh no, they carry chlamydia. Don't let them pee on you.
He says, "I've had chlamydia for a long time. It's fine." And the koala and him are staring at you, and he goes, "Okay, I'll bite. How'd you do it? Who are you?"
So we have you? Can I roll like insight to tell if I can actually trust him? Because I want to tell him more than.
Oh yeah, you can roll insight to see if you can trust anybody.
25.
25. With a 25, you've just got a good ability to sort of read this dude. And what it tells you is he's complicated. He's clearly telling the truth about being in the resistance. He clearly wants to get rid of the Klean influence over his city and country. And he is clearly shocked that you guys managed to kill the general. You can also tell that this guy is probably well on the way towards not being a particularly productive member of society anymore. Like, he has been fighting this underground war for a long time, and he has sacrificed probably a lot of his morals to do anything. So it's not like you're ever going to want to leave your kids with him, because he's probably a little unhinged. And
Okay.
definitely, if he thought that murdering you would somehow further his cause, he'd do it in a heartbeat. But right now, you did something great for his cause. So it's interesting where he stands.
Okay. want to ask him, how much do you know about the legend of Lord Dormarchus?
He goes, well, as much as anybody, him and his companions four led the charge against evil, destroyed a city of demons, freed an island of slaves. I know that they once defeated a pirate fleet, and there's rumors that they're the ones who split the waters in Palm to allow the slaves to walk to freedom from the capital city.
It's all true.
And so you remember who those four people who his four allies were?
Oh, yeah.
There was
yeah.
a Tabaxi, a Shithawk. I don't remember the bard, what she was represented of, and the half elf. So remember that there were people in your house just a little while ago that also would match that description. When we tell people this, they don't believe it, but that's who we are. And we are Lord Dormarchus's four friends. And that's how we killed the
Right.
general.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He doesn't believe you, clearly, and he's looking and he's thinking. He can tell that you think you're telling the truth. So he's like, so is this like a rebirth thing? Like you think that you carry the soul of, then he sniffs, the Shithawk in you, or are you like the bard?
No, it's
Or-
it's literal. It's more literal than that. So like the cat and everybody is represented by, that one. But it's like the bard is dumb and made us get lost for 30 years, I guess, and now we're back. So that's how we killed the general. What could I do to prove that to you? And then
So like, I guess, everybody has their own, whenever you read the words of Dormarchus, right, the important thing is that you get out of it what you put into it. And I've always been of the belief that the four companions of Dormarchus represent the four aspects of Dormarchus's personality. So this whole literal, there's actually four, like, that's sort of, there's things that the companions say, like the great baking tournament that occurred and all these things that wouldn't make any sense for people to actually have done. So to understand that represented Dormarchus's failed passion for cooking, like that he wished he could go back, but he knew that he wouldn't be able to save everyone if he did that.
sure.
That makes way more sense. So like, if you wanted to prove to me that you were an aspect of Dormarchus's soul, that would be tough.
Okay, do you remember? I've heard a legend that the Tabaxi would always be casting fog cloud. Have you heard that one?
I do remember that. The master of fog cloud. It said he could darken a continent.
And I'm gonna cast fog cloud.
Okay. And he lets out a whistle and he goes, "Wow, that is a fog cloud."
Yeah, can you do that? Didn't think so.
He goes, "Fine. You know what? You keep your secrets. That's cool. Just, you probably know this already, but you guys are in a lot of danger here.
Yeah.
Like, this city is going to erupt into violence. With the general gone, the resistance is going to take the fight to them, but they're going to be hunting for you. There's already a bounty of 5,000 gold for each of your heads."
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, the only one that they know for sure is the one they're calling the Murder Bird, which I think is probably your friend. But yeah, they definitely know that there were accomplices. You were seen, but luckily you're not anything special, so it's not like you stick out.
It's a little rude.
They believe that the resistance is involved because of you, but that makes sense anyway.
Yeah. So what
But yeah,
we really want to get like through that passage. So would you like just come with us? Like the reason we killed that general was like to help the resistance out, and so we can join you guys in the fight against the Klean Empire trying to take over Egypt. So like how do we do that next part? Because you told us kill the general, we did kill the general, and now like step 2.
well, the most important thing would be to prevent the rise of that puppet from taking the seat of power at the Kingsmoot.
Okay, and that's like 3 weeks away from now.
It's like 2 weeks away from now. The only
Oh.
way you could get there in time is to take the old road, but without the beacons lit, there's a lot of Allosaurus out in the sands.
Okay, so we just have to like kill. Is there like there's no other way?
That's
Other
the
than
only
that?
way.
And there's not like a easy way to deal with the Allosaurus.
No, I mean, they're in the sands. They're deadly and huge. And honestly, I don't know anybody who's made it through that path, but I don't know anybody who could have killed the general either.
Okay. And so like y'all are just the resistance is just gonna stay here and not deal with the King's Moot.
Yeah, we can't. We couldn't get there. We couldn't survive that trip.
What if like a bunch of us went all together, and some of us will probably die, but
If
like all in the
enough of the resistance left, then they would just slaughter all the townspeople here.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a good way to rule.
No, that's a terrible plan for us. Tell you
Oh.
that.
It doesn't seem like since I've been here I've seen anybody slaughtered.
He's like, you think they do executions publicly typically? Like,
Yeah.
they're taking over. They haven't taken over. Like, if they started executing people publicly a while ago, we'd have a lot more people in the resistance. With the general gone, they're going to be wanting to do a show of force, But if all of the resistance goes, then this town's fucked.
What if only so like how big is the resistance? Is it like you and one other person that none of you could go with us to help?
The koala whispers something in his ear, and he goes, I don't know that I can tell you how many of us there are. There's more than 5.
Oh, it sounds pretty small. I guess we'll just do everything ourselves then, and the resistance will continue to just keep people from being publicly murdered. Is that the goal of the resistance?
The koala says something else to him, and he goes, sure, yeah, that's the goal of the resistance. We
Great.
appreciate you killing the general.
Doesn't
So
seem like it.
I can get you supplies to make it through the desert, and I would like to be able to do you a favor if there is anything that I can do to help you out.
Okay, I'll have to think about that. You just owe me one, and I'll get with my posse, and we'll figure out what that favor would be. But if we can get supplies to cross to make it before that King's Moot, we'll deal with that, I guess.
He puts a hand on the bear, and the bear flashes with a green light and scurries over and starts to try and crawl up your leg.
I guess I'm gonna let it this time.
It crawls up and then tucks itself onto your back like a little furry backpack. And he says, I'm going to be sending my messenger bear with you so that I can continue to communicate with you. Once you and your friends know what you need, just tell him and he'll make sure I know.
Is this like a normal thing now, or like I'm gonna stand out and everyone's gonna know I'm a weirdo at least, and maybe one of the people who killed the general because I've got something weird on my back?
Oh no, there's quite a few around here with messenger bears.
Okay, that's fine then.
It's fairly typical. I mean, it's as common as being a mailman.
Oh, is that typical?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not something that is like immediately cause for alarm.
that's good. Okay, fine. Okay, good. Wait, so this is like one-way communication? Like you can communicate to me through the bear, or I can have the bear tell you something?
I can communicate to you through the bear, but if you try and communicate to me, the bear will have to come to me.
I could send some more scorpions also.
It's like, yeah, those are really unelegant. Use the bear.
Okay. Is there like a way? Is he just gonna heal on his own from? I think he probably fell on his way here or something. Like his rib seems like it's hurting.
Oh no, that's just a defense mechanism. He does that so that people don't kill him.
Okay. I don't know who would kill a little koala bear. That'd be weird.
And the bear whispers in your ear. He says, "You might want to kill me before we're done."
Okay,
He
well,
goes,
thanks for.
He probably said something creepy to you. It's okay. Ignore that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want him crawling up my leg. Okay, so I guess thanks for not really doing anything at all to help us, even though we killed the general for you. And I'm gonna go find my friends then.
Okay. And he quickly disappears into the dark. But roll me perception really quick.
23.
As he disappears, when you listen, you faintly hear what sounds like probably 30 or 40 people now scurrying away in the dark.
I'm gonna ask the bear, who are those people?
And he says, "None of your fucking business."
All right, bear. I hope I don't accidentally fall backwards or something on the way to where my friends are and smush you to death.
The bear doesn't say anything. He just stays snuggled up on your back. Brotisserie, you are chasing after this shadow, and you can see it running through the alleys. You do catch sight of it, but you're also hearing shouts of people yelling, "The murder bird! The murder bird is here!"
Okay. Can I tell which direction, or like when it turns down an alley, can I like try to cut it off at the next?
Ooh, you want to cut it off at the pass?
Yeah, and I want to like drop down in front of him.
Yeah, roll me, let's say athletics for I am Batman.
Well, that is a 26.
Okay. You dive bomb in front of it and leave literally a cloud of dust as you impact the ground, and the thing slides to a stop. And
why were you in my room?
as you look, it's a kobold that has a wand on its belt, and it seems to be a caster of some sort. And it lets out a squeak. You want to roll intimidation for me really quick? I'm assuming that's what you're going for.
Mm-hmm. That's a 23.
Yeah, it immediately says, I was looking, I was looking. So they say you killed the general, and I was afraid that maybe you were gonna come back to your room, which turns out you did, which was pretty dumb. But yeah, I'm here to kill you, but I'm not gonna do that now. I just want to go on my way, and you go that way, and I'll go my way, and we'll both go our own ways.
I'm just gonna slowly walk to him. Like, who sent you?
And he says, I work for the clan military. I'm a tracker. That's what I do.
How'd you track me?
He says, oh, I can smell you. You smell.
That's fair.
He pulls out one of your feathers that had been left behind, and he rolls it between his fingers, and he goes, this baby'd let me track you probably across the fucking continent.
How close am I to him?
Right now, you're about a foot away from him.
I want to just reach for the feather.
He is literally paralyzed with fear. You can grab it from him.
Yeah. Tell them to back off.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you say. I will immediately go and do that.
Bring this to them. And I'm going to reach into the pocket thing.
Okay.
That's a 7.
7. you pull out another venomous biter gland. And you say, pocket gland.
Just say that in my normal voice.
We'll say you say it in your Batman voice.
Pocket gland. Take this to them.
He grabs it gingerly and is wise enough not to use it against you and sticks it in his pocket and is like, okay, well.
What's your name?
And he's sort of looking around and he looks up and he looks away and he's like, I'm Allie, or I'm Al, Al Cratesley. I'm Al Cratesley.
Be gone, Al Cratesley.
Oh. And he was very convincing. He rolled a nat 20 on his deception. So he then is like, okay. And Misty steps onto a roof and then runs off.
I'm going to fucking book it.
Okay.
Can I hear the crowd?
You can hear people shouting. When you landed in the alley, they all lost sight of you. And nobody thought you'd just stay put, so they're all sort of running around looking for where you flew off to. But you can hear people yelling, and it's not all bad yelling. Like, yeah, they're all calling you the murder bird, but there's definitely people who are like, the murder bird, and others who are like, the murder bird! Like, it's a mix. Some people are terrified, and other people are clearly like, he saved us from the general. There's a mix. Where are you headed to, Rotisserie?
I don't know. Probably to the Resistance guy's house.
Resistance house. Okay. You start making your way there. Liza, Urgery, what are you guys doing? Where were you headed?
I kind of maybe just came up with an idea that where is the most like Tabaxi chaos at?
Outside the market district. That was where the majority of people saw the murder bird land. And so just outside the market district is fucking chaos. There's like probably 2,000 or 3,000 Tabaxi now. And there's tons of clean troops searching the area, and you can't really tell, like, there's clearly a culture war about to erupt. There's people with torches, there's people shouting and screaming, there's people holding quickly patched together, like, flags that have a dark bird shadow, and it's chaos.
Okay. Is there a shop or anything I can stand on that overlooks all the people?
There is a larger than normal stall that is made for, they make ladders. So they have a bunch of really tall ladders inside this not that big of a thing. So it almost is the equivalent of a platform that sticks up 30 feet in the air.
Okay. I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
I'm going to make myself look like a Tabaxi.
Okay.
I'm going to shadow step on top of that shop.
Okay.
And I am going to start yelling at the crowd. Jesus Christ. I'm about to cause a revolution here. Or try. I'm going to start yelling, Tabaxi, Tabaxi, the general is dead. Band together and overthrow the oppressors.
Roll me performance.
If I ever needed a nat 20. Performance. Non-natural 20.
Okay. The Tabaxi literally roar. There is a crowd that is just like what you're doing is less revolution and more like French Revolution.
Yeah.
Like they are in a frenzy and screaming, and quickly you see one of the clean guards get yanked into the pack, and then you just see it's the lizard folk's head on a pike get flung back into the rest of them, and all hell breaks loose. They went from screaming and shouting to it's war. Their fires immediately are being set to every building. People are screaming, and most of them are unarmed, but there's like 30 to 1 for the Kleans. And then there's also Tabaxi who are fighting back, being trampled underneath the giant pile of people. Just the sort of fabric of the crowd is rippling around these violent events, and you can see it shockwaves going through as it just rushes forward. Liza, where were you at? Like when he jumps up there, you clearly know it's him. Are you getting on a roof, or are you running away, or are you waiting?
Playing your lute.
I thought about it. I was like, I'll play my lute for him to sing to.
Badass rock music to murder to.
She's playing War Pigs by Black Sabbath.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Exactly.
If I could afford to put that in this episode, I would.
That'd be so good.
We don't have that many patrons yet.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Erdry cast Disguise Self on himself. So I'm going to do the same thing
Okay.
as a Tabaxi.
And are you saying anything, or are you just disguising yourself as a Tabaxi to stay out of the limelight?
I'm just disguising myself as the Tabaxi.
Okay. So you guys get the crowd into a frenzy, but you're now in the middle of a dangerous mob of people. Mob mentality has taken over. Buildings are coming down. The crowd is pushing back against the oppressive lizard folk and everything, and you can just hear screaming and shouting, and it's turning into a bloodbath. Lots of Tabaxi are dying at the hands of these trained soldiers, but just as many soldiers are being sucked into the crowd and dying themselves. So you guys should probably get out of there. Brotisserie, as you're running away from the alley towards the resistance house, you can hear the sounds of a crowd gone just totally ballistic. Even the shouting of Tabaxi saying, "Rise up!" and all this sort of crazy stuff that sounds more than a little like Erdry. But you're approaching the resistance house, and as you get maybe 40 yards away, you can see that there's a contingent of troops outside of it. There are 2 tortoise folk and 3 lizard folk, and they're trying to bash the door down to the house.
How many of it have they noticed me?
No, they don't see you.
Do they look tough?
Roll me insight.
That's a 10.
They don't look as tough as other things you fought. You've beat tougher.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Our headphones just freaked out. So is there 2 like trying to break the door down?
Yeah, there's 2 tortoises with like a battering ram slamming it into the door repeatedly, and 3 lizard folk with pikes just standing behind them, sort of scanning the road. The only reason they don't see you is you're coming onto the road from a side road. So you're sort of peeking around a building right now.
How far away are they?
40 yards. So 120 feet.
Okay. I would like to back into the alley and try to fly up to the top of the roof.
Of that building?
The building that I'm on. Or
Okay.
like peeking around.
Yeah,
And then
you get up there.
I'd like to do a diving attack on the closest guy.
Roll stealth if you're trying to get close without being seen.
That's a 15.
15. A shout rings out as they see you pretty quickly, and they raise their pikes and are pointing at you. The tortoise guys switch, so only one has got it and is slamming at the door. And the other one you see is beginning to cast an incantation. What are you doing?
I'm going to attack the incantation guy.
Okay, roll initiative.
Ooh, that's a bad one. So they see me going up to the roof or when I was jumping off of it?
When you were jumping off of it.
Okay. That's a 21.
Let's see here.
Well, I wasn't trying to be stealthy just to get on the roof and then bonsai.
Okay.
Batman attack.
Yeah.
And what'd you get? 21?
Yeah.
Birdman
Okay.
attack.
Let's see here. Well, you're up first.
Okay. Well, I got my great axe.
Okay. You make an attack against the Tortolan making the incantation.
Okay. Well, also I was wanting to rage when I was sprinting off the roof. That was okay. Okay. That's a tortoise. That's gonna
Yep.
be fun. Sure that won't go bad.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be 19.
19 misses.
Damn
It slams into his shell, and you hear it kink.
Well, then I'm gonna attack again. Should be 21.
21 hits. As you slam it into him, he points at you and raises his fingers up in a symbol you've come to recognize.
Damn it.
And you need to make a dex save as he hellish rebukes you.
Okay, that'll be 20.
Okay, you're going to pass the save. So that's... Ooh. So you're going to take half of 38 damage.
Okay.
He hits you in a column of flame and sort of smiles, and the one that's got the battering ram switches the battering ram to a two-handed sort of mace that is just a big old block of wood. And now they are basically surrounding you. And you hear one of them mutter something, you don't make it out, but the murder bird.
Oh, I want to roll for my axe.
Okay.
Oh, well, I got a 1. So I'm using the wrong side.
Yeah. How much damage did you do?
Ew, not much. 16.
Okay. It is the tortoise with the big battering ram's turn. And he fucking crit fails.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Damn it. Okay. Who's he hitting? We've got lizards 1, 2, 3, and tortoise 2, so D4. He's hitting lizard 1. So one of the ones with the pike. So we'll just roll damage.
Oh, actually, I did 3 extra damage because I forgot I have rage bonus is +3.
Damn. Okay. So he connects with the battering ram. And I'm gonna explain this to you because the thing about this battering ram is that it's very, very hard to hit with. It has a huge negative to hit. However, when it does hit, it does a lot of damage. If he hadn't rolled a nat 1, the chances of him hitting anything were very slim. However, he rolled a nat 1, so he's going to hit one of his allies who doesn't dodge out of the way. And he's going to do 72 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Damn.
He kills the first one he hits. He slams it into him because it's just 40-20 straight damage is what it is. But it has a -10 to hit. Yeah. So he swings it around and slams it into his friend, and it's bad. Just literally punches a hole straight through him with the end of it, and that one goes down. They're immediately upset, and you hear something that sounds suspiciously like them chanting murder bird magic. And it's the lizard person or lizard folk number 3's turn. And he's going to try and hit you with the pike. It's a 13 hit.
Nope.
Didn't think so. How about a 16?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay. He whiffs twice with the pike. Too quick, just like jab, jab, one high, one low. No connection. The other tortoise, the warlock tortoise, is going to make an attack. I need you to make, we'll say, a wisdom saving throw. We'll do that one.
Ooh. That's a 19.
Damn it. Okay, fine. You feel a compulsion hit your mind, but you quickly break out of it. And he fucking threw his turn away, basically, as he doesn't take over your mind or do anything to you. Another lizard turn. And, does a 29 hit?
Maybe.
Yeah. And a 28.
Fuck, yeah.
Oh, that's much better then.
What's he hitting me with?
He's hitting you with a pike.
So is that piercing?
Piercing, yeah.
Okay.
So that's 16 damage and 12 damage. Stink, stink. But when he hits you, you find that your movement has been stopped. You will not be able to move anywhere until the beginning of his next turn.
Mm.
So basically, you can't fly away. He's got you trapped here.
That's right where I wanted to be.
Yeah, I think that's literally the truth. First lizard guy was down, so it is back to your turn. You have 2 lizard folk and 2 tortoise guys.
They're all around me?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to attack the lizard guy that just hit me.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a 25.
25?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to hit him.
Okay, that is 22 damage.
Okay. You slam your great axe into him, take a big chunk out of him, and he screeches. And I want you to make a perception check for me really quick.
That is 20.
20. You smell the sound, something that is like black powder, heavy in the air. And in fact, you can see little bits of black powder coming out from under the front door of the house. And it is tortoise number 1's turn.
Oh, I still have another attack.
Oh, shit. Okay, fine. Do your other attack then.
I will. God damn. Fucking headset's being dumb. All right. Yeah, I'll attack the same lizard guy.
Okay.
Whoop. That's gonna be good. That's a 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's a 22 damage.
Okay. You hit him again. 2 real hard hits. He probably can't take a whole lot more of that. Maybe one more. Maybe. But you're not sure. He doesn't look like he's in good shape. He really can't handle getting hit with that great axe, not with the amount of force you can put behind it.
And I just want to scream in his face. I'm not trying to actually do an intimidation.
Yeah. They are disgusted by your awful breath. And one of them says something about the breath of a dragon. Then it is lizard person number 3's turn. He's going to stab at you with his pike again. Like last time, he's a total fuck up. That's a 15.
Nope.
And a 16. Man, this guy, he should never have been given a fucking pike. He's a bitch.
I wonder who gave him that.
Tortoise person, number 1 is going to go. He had slammed the one with his battering ram already.
He should hit that other tortoise guy.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Does a -7 hit?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. It whiffs. You just hear it above your head. However, as it blows past you, you do feel more of that gunpowder smell or black powder smell in the air. Definitely, there's remains of it all over this house.
You all are going to burn.
Tortoise person number 2, panicked at your words, is going to... Ooh. Well... Oh, no. Okay. He is going to look at the ground and at your suggestion, burn. You just hear him say, I think that's a good idea. And he's going to fireball the ground.
Oh, shit.
Make a dex save.
Ooh, that's a 14.
7, 2, 4. So you got it. Okay. So the fireball hits for
A fuck ton.
yeah, probably. Not too bad so far. 13, 19, 32, 39, 44. So fireball hits the ground for 44 damage, which incinerates the one that you'd been attacking already and badly hurts the other lizard folk, but doesn't seem to hurt the 2 tortoise dudes too bad.
But we killed the guy that was fucking up my movement.
Yep.
Okay.
However, as that blast hits the ground, you hear the door crackling, and you begin to see little sparks coming off the door, and you see the powder burning up towards the crease under the door, and it is your turn.
Oh, I don't think I have disengage.
You do not.
Well, I'm just going to run.
Okay. You go to run. They're each going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
So, number 1. Ooh. That's still not great. That's only a 14 to hit. That doesn't hit you, right?
Nope. Was that the ram guy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. That's That's not a bad roll for him. That was pretty good.
Better than negative.
Then the lizard folk is going to get a turn. Ooh, 19.
Yep.
He finally catches you, and he stops your movement.
Oh, because he has the pike.
Yeah, they've all got sentinel. So you go to run past him, and you get stopped. And then the other guy's a caster, so he won't get an attack of opportunity. But you are stopped only 5 feet from where you were. Well, no, 10 feet from where you were. Because it's when you left his range. So he basically
10 feet away from the giant bomb.
Yeah, you moved from you went from 10 feet away from him and right next to the door to all the way through his zone of control to the 10 feet out from him. So you're now 20 feet from the door.
Okay.
And then the house blows up. You might surmise that the resistance knew that they would come here and set that up as a trap in case they broke the door down. You might surmise that. However, the house itself is going to do huge damage. So anything that is against the house is going to take the full damage. For every 10 feet away, it's going to have the damage. So at 10 feet away, you'll take half damage. At 20 feet away, you'll take a quarter damage. So let's see here. We've got 29, 50, 76, 98,
Shit.
120 damage on the house. So halved at 10 feet is 60. Halved again is 30. So you're going to take 30 damage from the house blowing up. And all of the dudes outside of it are going to get incinerated.
How much did he actually damage me on the lance hit?
Oh, that's good to point out. Let's see here. 15.
Okay, and that's piercing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good.
Oh, lucky is what you are.
Yeah.
The house blows up.
Everyone's dead?
Yeah, all of those dudes are dead. However, there's no way that explosion, which rocked the city, isn't going to bring more attention to you. So where are you headed at this point? The inn is compromised. The resistance is compromised.
And I went away from the screaming. So
yes.
I want to go opposite direction of the screaming and the giant bomb.
Okay.
If there's any bodies near that I can loot that won't allow me to burn, I might.
The bodies are totally gone.
Okay, then I'll
The
run.
actual building is gone.
Okay.
There's a somewhat of a smoking crater left. However, roll me perception really quick.
That's a 2.
You do see
Oh,
the head of one of the Tortolans, and it is stuck in a window nearby. So you notice that with an 8 or a 2.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take the head, but I'll start running towards quietness.
Okay. You're headed to the edge of town.
Okay.
Seth, we come back to you.
Yeah.
Since you left your rendezvous point, you see a huge flaming riot happening across the city. You can hear the shouting and the screaming, and then an explosion rocks the ground, a shockwave going through the city, and you can hear windows breaking, buildings shattering, structures that are just not meant to deal with this kind of shockwave, as it literally causes the smoke in the air to whoosh, sort of like move away from where this building or whatever blew up. Where are you headed?
Well, I was gonna head toward the inn because I don't know where these guys are.
Mhm.
I don't have a way to contact them. Is that where like mayhem has broken out, or can
No,
I generally tell?
the worst of it is in the market district. That's where things are really bad. So you could get to the inn.
I want to head toward the inn. I don't think I would go inside necessarily, since we just killed the general and I bought an entire like restaurant's worth of food, so people probably saw us and know that we were there. But
Yeah.
toward that general area,
Didn't really lay low.
I blend in a little bit more because I look like everyone here.
Yeah. So you get outside the inn and you can see that there's a lot of people just outside sort of staring over the city, looking at the flames and the lit up part. Sort of, you can hear them talking like, do you think that the fighting will make it all the way out here? There are also a few cloaked figures sort of moving through the crowd, and you can see the window to your room. There is a Kenku that is looking out of the window, sort of clucking to itself. And it's looking, and it seems to be communicating with a pair of lizard folk who are on the ground. And they seem to be searching for someone, probably you guys.
Are the cloaked figures, they seem like they're part of the Klean people, or they're like resistance people?
I mean, they're definitely lizard folk.
Oh.
There's nothing overtly Klean on them. There's no symbols or anything. They're just in black robes.
I just want to ask whoever's around that is not Klean, just whoever Tabaxi's around, like, what's going on over here?
And a woman sort of somberly is like, well, there's apparently the murder bird has been staying at the inn here. The Klean said he's been killing indiscriminately anyone in town he can get his hands on. And the military set out to stop him, so he killed their general. That's what they say. My husband and I saw him, though. We were taking a nap, and he ran through our room chasing a small kobold, and he had every opportunity to kill either of us because we were so defenseless due to our nap, and he chose not to. I don't know.
A good nap.
Well, it's sometimes you just need a real good napping.
Yeah. What's with like the fire over? Like I see smoke in two different spots. Is anybody talking about what those things are?
Well, the Klean soldiers said that a riot had broken out. Everybody's so upset about the death of the general that they just don't know how to, let their grief out.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. I'm just gonna walk. Okay, thanks for your help. I'm gonna walk away from her and head toward where the smoke from the explosion would be. I don't want to head toward the marketplace, but I do want to check out what all this smoke is about.
Okay. The messenger bearer on your back whispers in your ear, and he goes, "That was real smooth, dumbass. Definitely a good move. Let's go ask people a bunch of weird questions, really blend it in." And then he just snuggles back into your back. You make your way through the city. It's mostly when you do see people, they're way more interested in what's going on across town. Most people are locking their doors and everything and staying inside. You see people like eyes darting at you from behind cracks, but nobody's really coming out or anything. You recognize that the explosion happened pretty close to where the resistance house was, and quickly you recognize that is you're coming right up on it. I'm assuming you sort of circled around rather than taking the main roads.
Yeah, I'm trying to steer out of the main where people would see me.
Are you being stealthy at all?
Yeah, I'll try to be a little stealthy. I'm not like trying to be completely hidden, but
so
blend in.
Roll stealth for me.
13.
Rotisserie, roll perception for me.
Oh, nat 20.
Whoa.
Rotisserie, as you're like, you look around a corner and you see Seth like badly stealthing along. Like he's trying to stay in the shadows, but he keeps whispering to some bear on his back, which you don't remember him having a bear, but he definitely has one now. And the bear is clearly riddled with chlamydia. But you spot him pretty quick.
Oh, I'm going to run up to him.
Seth, you see Rotisserie come running up to you.
Oh, hey, Rotisserie, what have you been doing?
Oh, not much. Like, what kid did you steal that backpack from?
This little bear's name is Asshole, and he is he's the messenger bear. I guess that's a common thing from that guy Inks that we were in his house, and I guess now it's exploded. Don't know if he's alive or not. I just talked to him like not that long ago.
If he was inside there, he'd be dead. But there was a bunch of bad guys outside, and I killed them all. And then
Oh,
the
did
house
you?
exploded.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you would do. What are we like? Where's everybody else? Where's Liza and Erdry?
I don't know.
Cool.
I haven't seen anyone.
Until now.
Yeah.
This is like a one-way bear. He can only talk to me. Like Inks can talk to me if he's still alive. There's not a way. I mean, unless I send the bear to wherever Inks is, I don't want to lose the bear in case they want to talk to us, though. Like what?
Does the bear teleport?
No, he just talks too much and says
And-
shitty things. He has like Monday morning quarterback on what I've done, but isn't doing anything to help himself. Much like the Resistance turns out, they're not going to help us get to the King's
Are they-
Moot.
Are they going to pick up my axe?
I don't know what that means.
My axe. We're waiting on my axe, and then we're going to go get Dormarcus, so we need someone to pick it up.
What?
And the bear
Yeah.
says, he did say he'd do you a favor. You want me to tell him that you need him to pick up an axe?
Is that what we want, Rotisserie? Like that's what we want our favor to be from the Resistance?
I mean, I want my axe, so yeah.
It seems like not the best use of a favor. Like we still have to get across that path to where the King's Moot is. Maybe we can better use it. Can we get your axe ourselves?
What are you wanting, like a hand job?
That's not the favor I'm thinking of. Maybe they can actually help us get to where we're going somehow.
Well, I doubt it.
Okay.
They don't seem very capable.
I'm not interested in using our favor on your axe. Let's go find Erdry and Liza if we can. Shit like this always happens when we split up. So
Do you have your like healing fog or whatever?
healing fog, you say?
I don't know what your fog does.
It just makes it hard to see in or out. I can cast fog cloud. I don't know
don't-
how that helps us.
I bought the healing part, not the fog part.
Oh, you want to be healed?
Yes.
That's more Liza's bag, but I guess I can try to heal you.
I mean, can you? Like,
Yeah,
if
hell
you don't
yeah.
know how, I don't want you to fucking try.
I can cast Cure Wounds.
That would be helpful.
Okay, and that's what I'm going to do.
I'm at 12 health.
Oh. 12, 15 plus 22. I heal you for 22 health.
Dope.
The bear drops off of Seth and comes over and lays his hands on you.
He does that. Just it's fine. Don't kick him or anything.
And
Why would I kick him? He's cute.
you gain 35 health
Whoa.
as the bear casts heal a greater heal on you.
This bear is better than Liza.
I have 69 health now.
Good job,
And
bear.
the bear gives you like a nice, and then climbs back up and he goes, "A lot of help you were, dumbass."
Cool. So the bear's only mean to me. Great. Awesome.
Dude,
That's great.
That bear is dope.
The bear seems like he's racist.
This back and forth between the bear and
Against
Seth is
Tabaxi.
everything I've needed for this whole story.
So the bear like tucks up onto your back again and seems to nod off. Erdry, Liza, you guys are at the edge of the riot. How are you going to try and find Rotisserie and Seth?
Hey, Liza. Oh, actually, can we see like the line between the Tabaxi and the lizard folk? where they're
Yeah, you can
fighting?
kind of see where the barrier is between the two factions. It's not a straight line, right? It's like there's the lizard folk are almost, not quite, but almost encircled. It's a peninsula of lizard folk in a sea of Tabaxi.
Oh, they're encircled. basically.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
They're heavily outnumbered right now.
Then my plan was to get behind them and then convince Liza of something. But if that's not possible, then I'm not going to do it. So, Liza, should we go try to find them now? I feel like my work here is
Probably.
done. You know, how come every time we go to a city, we destroy it somehow?
Maybe we're still cursed with some sort of like weird like contract from Covidius, but that made it so we destroy things.
I don't know.
Roll me Arcana, both of you, really quick.
Twelve.
Well, I can't roll on the table. 17.
17. With a 17, you see just for a moment a ring of red symbols appear around Erdry's head. Just for a flicker when you said Covidius, almost a crown of red etched symbols that just flickers there and disappears.
It's a halo.
You don't know why it was there or anything, but you catch it, and not with your regular sight, more with like you're just almost, if you close your eyes, you think you could have seen it better.
That was weird.
What?
Have you been feeling okay?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm still majorly fucked in a lot of ways from that place we were at, to be honest.
Because you have like a red symbol crown.
Can we just go find her, Rotisserie? I don't
Yeah,
wanna
we can
think
we
about
can
that.
totally talk about this later.
I just don't want to think. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
If I ever turn into some weird, not myself creature, will you just fireball the shit out of me?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, I don't want to be like some weird zombie wraith thing.
Oh yeah, I have no problem fireballing you.
Oh, wow, thanks. Anyways, yeah, let's go find them.
Okay.
You guys still there?
Nope.
Yeah, we definitely lost them.
Yeah, we'll pause here for a second.
Okay.
Don't actually hit pause, just let it.
Yeah, easier
go.
for you if we don't, right?
Pause in
Yeah.
spirit.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to line everything up. Everyone hits pause. Oh, I hear
I
voices.
hear something.
Yeah, they just unmuted Katie's thing, I think.
Nate's computer is having a crap attack.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good thing we got backup audio.
yeah.
Well, Reaper's still.
Reaper's fine.
Oh,
Good.
all right.
It's just
Just Skype freaked out, and then Chrome would not relaunch.
okay.
Huh.
Do we want to have Clayton out the episode here? Have you guys render out and restart the computer?
Yeah,
Oh.
probably should.
We can just
Okay.
end the episode there and then continue the next episode.
Yeah,
where we
that
left
probably
off on
makes
this one.
sense.
We're at an hour and 40 minutes, anyways.
Yeah, it's plenty long enough.
I
So
was
Yeah.
worried it was like going to be like a Windows update. It was like shutting everything down.
that'd be about classic. Okay,
That was
so you guys are trying to figure out how to make your way back to Seth and Brotisserie. You need to come up with some way to find them. You guys have never been particularly good at coming up with plans for how to find each other before you all run in different fucking directions.
Fair.
So that is where we will end episode 28 of the Drunken Argonaut Origins campaign. Thank you for listening. Bye.
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 Okay.